we win.
Is that good right there?
No more? You want me to stay aboard, or?
Well, I was just looking at your plaque there on the windshield. Well, Terry, this is one of my favorite styled Nashes. I am really happy that you brought it out today, and I'd like you to let us see you in your uniform, which is extremely appropriate for 1942. Look at that.
It is vintage 42.
Is that right? Were you in the service ever?
Not in this year. I'd have been 10 years older.
Well, that's right. I know.
Where this uniform went.
Sure enough. My the reason I know that, I lost a cousin this week, 90 years old, and he was in World War II, wearing similar clothing at the time. But now this is a 1942 Nash Ambassador. It's a four-door sedan. It came with overdrive and a lot of nice refinements. You called it the Slipstream model, is that right?
Because this is not the trunk back style. It doesn't come down and then come out with a trunk. It's sort of like the Fleet line was with Chevrolet.
I see.
Trunkless model, but of course it has a trunk in it. But they call it Slipstream in Nash. Interesting thing about the Nash here, though, is that all Nashes in 42 were Ambassadors. The Ambassador 600 had the flathead 6 with the unitized body and no frame under it. This is unit body with a frame under it, because they weren't sure that they were going to accept the idea of no frame. So with the Ambassador 6, then they kept the frame under it.
One thing nice about the Ambassador Nashes was the 6-cylinder engine, which was a 7 main bearing overhead valve engine. It was a rugged, powerful engine and durable. It lasted a long time. Any comments on that power plant?
A lot of them went away in recycle projects, war effort, where the Korean War effort, they scrapped everything. But a lot of these survived because they took the motors out of them to make stationary power plants, like stud mills or on a farm where you had a belt-driven piece of machinery. Because that 7 main bearing was so tough, you just didn't wear it out. The lower end was bulletproof.
Fantastic. Now, this thing, according to what I was able to look up, sold for somewhere between $968 and $1,134, depending on the little differences in model and equipment.
This one sold for $1,101.
$1,101.
The difference was that if you had the bed feature, then it would have been that top dollar figure.
That was $21 more if you got this car outfitted so that you could sleep in it with the factory bed unit. It is a 3,335-pound automobile, which is really nice. And just to give you an idea of the cost of some of the accessories in those days, the radio was $65. Heater was $35. An oil filter on the engine, $9. The overdrive on this particular model was $55. So, you know, when you outfitted this car, it was an expensive one. It was certainly well above the Chevrolet of its time. So, Terry, we thank you very much for sharing this wonderful car, and I know it's going to look good on the video. All right. Starts hard, doesn't it? All right.
Comes on through.